Hello friends! Today I'm going to talk about 5 things I wish that I knew when I started out making friendship bracelets. I'm not going to tell you these are 5 things that you need to buy. Alright, my favorite thing about friendship bracelets is it's a pretty accessible thing. We're going to start right off. Number 1, before you get started, that you have at least one way to secure your bracelets while you are making them. Somewhere in your home, apartment, dorm, school, somewhere you have one of these things to use to make friendship bracelets. I typically use Scotch tape. Some people, if they want to be aesthetic, they'll use washi tape. I know AveryKnots pins for friendship bracelets like to a pillow. I also use clipboards if I'm on the go. I use the cereal box method. And this is the one that I think is the best for beginners. All you do, you cut this piece of cardboard. So you want to cut like one slit right up at the top, somewhere in the middle. All right, it doesn't have to be too deep. And then however many strings you want along the bottom, you can cut that many. I usually do like 10 so that I have some extras. You tie the strings in a knot, stick them up here, and then each one of the strings you'll stick in the slots. Tip number 2 is to buy big packs of string. Okay, if you have looked into friendship bracelets or been in craft stores, at least here in America, a wall of DMC thread. All right, and it's like, depending on where you go, like 50 to 70 cents per skein. One thing, all right? That is pricey. And I know you're like, okay, Avery, 60 cents. It adds up. Well, I recommend just buying big, fat packs of it. Once you start making friendship bracelets and you have a use for embroidery floss, at least how it worked for me is that every member of my family and my boyfriend's family that had embroidery floss they used to use for needlepoint stuff, that embroidery floss gets gifted to you. And so I have brands of embroidery floss that like don't exist anymore. Like worst case scenario, if you have a bunch of different brands, that's fine. For normal patterns, it doesn't matter. And just keep them separated so that when you do get into alpha patterns and it becomes more of a big deal, that you know at least these are all this brand, these are all this brand. Well, I know not to mix and match. The third thing I wish I knew when I started friendship bracelets is to join a group or community. I learned in summer camp from other kids like 2 years older than me. Okay? I learned nothing about knot tension. I was bad. So I would love to say that like my channel is a great group. I personally, when I'm filming this, we're not like in a massive community that can be super helpful. I hope that we get there. I will, of course, answer any questions, but I know like AveryKnots has a great community. There are lots of communities on YouTube. I'm in a couple groups on Facebook, and they're actually like, there are lots of people that have been doing friendship bracelets for a really long time. And just today, like I saw something brand new that I had never seen before. And it's really cool to see all the stuff that people make. So this one is you can fix your mistakes. If you make a mistake on a bracelet, you can go back and you can fix it. I used to think if I made a mistake, I did a knot wrong, I'd just scrap the whole thing and I started over. And that was really annoying. I don't know if I'm the only person. I don't know if that's just me, where it didn't occur to me that it could be undone, but it is very challenging to undo the knot, especially if all you have is nails. You can use your nail if it's like on that knot and you're doing it and you realize that you're messing up, then it's usually loose enough you can undo it. I use regular sewing needles. This is my sewing needle box because otherwise I would lose it. It has one singular sewing needle in this box. Is that another tip? Or am I just unorganized? So, you can use the needle to kind of poke at them and undo it. I can do a whole video on like how to fix different mistakes. Yeah, but the tip that I saw today was like those dental, like those hook things, I'll put a picture up, that they use for like dental cleanings, like scraping the plaque off your teeth, but I saw that they are even better than needles for undoing knots if you make a mistake. So number 5, do not ever pay for a friendship bracelet pattern. You don't need to pay. I know in like the crochet world, like sometimes you pay for patterns, sometimes people sell them for free. Friendship bracelet patterns should be free. And if you go on braceletbook.com, right, Bracelet Book has every pattern that you could ever need, and many patterns that you never thought you would need until you see them, and then you need to make them. I will never charge you for a friendship bracelet pattern. If you do want to make a pattern like from scratch, use Bracelet Book, and I also have some tricks on how to make your own alpha patterns with like any image on the internet, and that is on my YouTube video to-do list. Those are my top 5 tips for beginner friendship bracelet makers. Let me know in the comments which one was most useful, or if you learned something. I will also happily answer any questions. I would really appreciate a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you have not already. See you later. Bye.